Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Power of Attorney with LeTonya Moore. Guys, I am super excited. I told you guys that we were going to be having guest experts from the Black CEO, and we have one such person here. We have Ken Brooks with us. He is look, Ken's bio is so extensive, guys. I'm gonna have to, I want you guys to know. So he is the founder and CEO of Hotspot Promotions out in sunny California. It's a company that provides printed materials such as custom apparel, awards, banners, business stationery, promotional items, and graphic designs. So for more than 15 years, Ken has been successful at assisting various businesses, churches. We all know, guys, right? And making sure that you are getting your brand before the masses. But the biggest thing that Ken has been able to do is close deals with major companies. So let's talk about a few of those. Kaiser, Quality Healthcare, the United Postal Service, Chevron, Audi, Verizon, United Way, and a lot of other large companies. He is also the chapter president of Black CEO in the Los Angeles area. So I'm really excited, guys, to have Ken here on the show because remember, yesterday we had two fabulous ladies, Marsha and Mary, and this is really just a continuation of that because I believe that it is vital that you really, guys, understand what it takes backtrack, that it really doesn't take as much as you think to really play with some major brands. So that's why I reached out to Ken because he is the go-to person, guys, that can tell us about how you can leverage getting your company to be the t-shirt, apparel company for big companies like Verizon. So I am not going to steal your thunder, Ken. Welcome to
steal it.
Welcome to Power of Attorney. And listen, tell our viewers a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Well, like you said, I am CEO of Hotspot Promotions, and the main thing with us is our customer service. We make sure that the customer has everything that they need to make sure that they're branded correctly. And that's the difference between my company and maybe a different company. We pride ourselves on making sure that everything is met on time, everything is done quickly, because I have so many customers say, okay, I need this in a day. Can you do it? And, we do our best to try to make sure that we have it like as quickly as possible. We make sure as far as the graphics that, the graphics stand out. We use the colors that they want to use to portray their logo. And, with the Fortune 500 companies, all you have to do, like you said, most of the time is just show up to different events, show up to different areas where, these power players are going to be. And you start networking, tell them what you can do. And you actually, when you tell them you can do these things, you follow up by doing them. You follow up by, making sure that their product is done on time. And then once you establish that relationship, they'll come to you more and more and more. But the main thing to do is just make sure that you follow up and do what you're supposed to do.
That is such great advice, Ken, because that is the one thing, y'all, we have been talking about customer service. How long? It
Forever.
All comes down to, you can get in the door. Somebody can introduce you to the man next to the man, to the person who makes the decisions. But at the end of the day, just like Ken said, it really comes down to your delivery. That is your customer service. That is the quality of your product. Now think about this. Do you think that Ken would be able to do what he does if he showed up at an Audi event with the logo under the arm?
Right.
I mean,
these companies are trusting you with their logo to make sure that, the products are right. So you have to come correct, or, it's off to the next one, because there's so many of us out there that, are waiting for the opportunity to get these companies. So you have to make sure that you're courting these companies, making sure that just making sure you're courting them, making sure that you're taking care of them. Use promotional items yourself, to give them gifts as well, because, it'll show them, number one, different products that you might have. And number two, just showing them that you actually care enough about them to go and give them something.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. It is all about marketing. I know lots of people they don't do t-shirts like what you do for promotional items, but they have t-shirts like I have a t-shirt.
I like that.
Yay. So, but the biggest thing about it is that I have people ask me all the time, just by wearing a t-shirt, they'll say, tell me a little bit more about She Matters. Tell me a little bit more about this. Think about it, especially ladies. We are quick to ask our friends, oh my gosh, girl, where did you get that bag? Or where did you get those shoes? Or I really like that. Again, this is what Ken is talking about. So why shouldn't it be your materials? Why shouldn't it be your brand on one of Ken's t-shirts so that people can ask more about that? So you really are a wealth of knowledge. And I know we are supposed to be talking about snagging those corporate clients, but it really is, it starts with great product, great customer service, great follow through.
Exactly. That's totally true. That is totally true. So, like I said, the main thing to get from this is just show up. Also, just to be confident about your product, be confident about your brand, because that's really important. And just to let them know that you can actually do the job. So that's really great.
And you also, guys, I believe, and Ken, back me up or refute me. I'm okay with that. When you're thinking about what you are providing, like Ken was saying, provide the freebie. Remember, we talked about barter. What do you have to give? Go with that thing that you have to give so you can be offered a deal. Again,
that's
this
right.
is all he's saying. He's talking about what we talked about before. And so, but you have to make sure it's something that's of value to the target.
Exactly.
Okay? You don't want to take a t-shirt, for example, to an organization like who only wears, I don't know, button downs.
Right.
You got to take some time, right? So Ken, share with them a little bit about ways that they can find out more about a company's culture so that they can determine what products they need to pitch.
Number one is I would go to their website and really study their website, what their brand is about, who they've tried to help, if they had any programs, any programs that they want to help different people. Also, I would just talk to like the salespeople, try to talk to anybody you can talk to who's with the company, and see, what are they trying to portray? What are things that they could use with marketing tools that can help them be more successful?
Absolutely. And so, guys, think about it. You have to be in the place. I keep telling you, you have to be there. You have to know where these folks are going to be so that you can make those connections. A lot of times we want people to do it for us. I mean, Ken, I know you see that. Like, you probably have people that say, wow, Ken, you've worked with all these people. Why don't you use me to all your contacts? Have you had that happen?
Exactly. Yes, I have. And, I don't know. I've had that happen, but they kind of have to get it on their own. They have to make sure, because I'm trying to do the best I can as far as making sure that, making sure that I'm doing the best that I can with my brand and the company. So, I just make sure that, oh shoot, I'm sorry. Having a bad connection here.
Okay. We can still see and hear you.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure that, oh wow. I'm sorry.
I can still see and hear you. Don't worry.
Okay. You can hear me still?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. And, oh shoot.
Did you lose us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna still try to go anyway. I lost the question trying to figure this computer out.
We were just really talking about how to handle that situation where you've done the footwork. Let's just put it like that. You've done the footwork. You've gotten some contracts with these companies. Now you have someone that says, Ken, introduce me to your contacts at Audi.
Well, I mean, it depends on how reliable that source is asking me. If that source is reliable, I'm more than happy to, introduce them to the people that I was introduced to them. But I have to be confident that that person can actually deliver, or I really can't. I really wouldn't want to, mess up my connection, because that's important, and I worked hard to get that connection. So I would just make sure that that person is reliable enough for me to actually, give them a shot with a top 500 company.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, and this is why, guys, this is very important, because I have been sharing with you guys. Everyone that comes on here says the same thing. You must be reliable in order for me to trust you with my brand, for me to put my name and attach my brand to to you and to your company and what you are actually bringing to the table. So again, quality, quantity. You want to be a part of these, you want to have contracts with these large companies. Can you meet the demand?
Yeah, that's
So
another one.
I mean, the big thing, right? Can you meet the demand? You may be the most reliable person in the world to provide certain things. Let's say that you're a caterer and you want to be you want to be the main caterer for the annual company, I don't know, workers appreciation event. Well, you may not have the capacity to do that. So why would Ken introduce you to the people who make those decisions when you can't even fulfill it? These are the things. But again, there may be something that you can do. So you have to think within your capacity, because you don't want to take on a really big job and do it poorly, and you're never going to get the opportunity again. You want to take on a job that that you can do well, and then people will trust you with a bigger project. Ken, have you seen that in your business?
Yes. Actually, when I started off, I was really small, and I tried to take on bigger jobs than I could, handle. And, that ended up not being a good thing, because at that time I wasn't ready. So, well, like you said, it's so important to make sure that you're ready with these bigger companies. You start from, the mom and pop shops. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do with them, and then they'll start referring you to, people. And then it's just like a snow effect, where you're actually making money off of referrals, which is so important. Which, I have so many referrals now that, it's great to have, but I built that foundation first to have the clients that I have. And that's, like I said, it's important to start from the bottom, start from a solid foundation, and then build your way up to where you can actually handle these larger companies.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so what are we saying, guys? What we're saying is, and I've said this, you must understand how to scale your business. How much can you do? Now, let me tell you something. This may also be a growth opportunity. I've seen that happen. I've seen, I may not be able to meet capacity for 1,000 people, but I know in my shop, I can do 500. Guess what? It may be an opportunity for you to take on a collaborative partner, or you may say, I know 5 other bakers. I'm just using it as an example. I know 5 other pastry chefs that can come in just for this project and help me. And then now I can pay them, or I can split it, or whatever. Now you have an opportunity, right? Now you have an opportunity to bring in others. So we're not saying if you can't do it, just shut it down. What we're saying is don't